What's up, guys? I'm checking out more Bob Dylan, and this one is titled Tangled Up in Blue, requested by Nazava Bor. Big shout out to you. Haven't heard this one before. Never heard, wait, what, no, what am I saying? I've heard Bob Dylan before. I just haven't heard this song before, Tangled Up in Blue. So real quick, I gotta pull up lyrics, and then we'll go ahead and hop into this one. Boom, boom. Alrighty. Oh, here we go. And let's play. Blood on the tracks. It's not good.
Early one morning the sun was shining. I was laying in bed, wondering if she changed it all, if her hair was still red. Her folks, they said our lives together sure was gonna be rough. They never did like Mama's homemade dress. Papa's bank book wasn't big enough. And I was standing on the side of the road, rain falling on my shoes.
It's always raining in his songs, I feel like, too.
I paid some dues getting through, tangled up in blue. She was married when we first met, soon to be divorced. I helped her out of a jam, I guess, but I used a little too much force. We drove that car as far as we could, abandoned it out west. Split up on the docks at night, both agreeing it was best.
Whoa. We're not just gonna gloss over that. What the? Okay, maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe I'm overthinking it. I helped her out of a jam, I guess, but I used a little too much force. We drove that car as far as we could, abandoned it out west. No way this is implying what I think it's implying. Okay, I just clicked on the annotation. Maybe I spoiled myself, but we'll continue and see. What the heck?
Look at me as I was abandoned it out west. Split up on the docks at night, both agreeing it was best. And she turned around to look at me as I was walking away. I heard her say over my shoulder, we'll meet again someday on the avenue, tangled up in blue.
Maybe the blue is supposed to represent, like, I don't know, gel clothes or something? No, those
I had a job in the great North Woods, working as a cook for a spell. But I never did like it all that much, and one day the axe just fell. So I drifted down to New Orleans, where I'm lucky with a be employed, working for a while on a fishing boat right outside of Delacroix. But all the while I was alone, the past was close behind. I seen a lot of women, but she never escaped my mind, and I just grew tangled up in blue. She was working in a topless place, and I stopped in for a beer. I just kept looking at the side of her face in the spotlight so clear. And later on, when the crowd thinned out, I was just about to do the same. She was standing there in back of my chair. I said to me, don't I know your name? I muttered something underneath my breath. She studied the lines on my face. I must admit, felt a little uneasy when she bent down to tie the laces of my shoe, tangled up in blue. She lit a burner on the stove and offered me a pipe. I thought you'd never say hello, she said. You look like a silent type.
Wait, does she not
And she
remember
opened
him?
up a book of poems and handed it to me, written by an Italian poet from the 13th century. And every one of them words rang true and glowed like burning coal, pouring off of every page like it was written in my soul. But me to you, tangled up in blue. revolution in the air. Then he started into dealing with slaves, and something inside of him died. She had to sell everything she owned and froze up inside. And when it finally, the bottom fell out, I became withdrawn. The only thing I knew how to do was to keep on keeping on like a bird that flew. Tangled up in blue.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to re-listen to this a few times. Holy, so much happening.
So now I'm going back again. I got to get to her somehow. All the people we used to know, they're an illusion to me now. Some are mathematicians, some are carpenters' wives. Don't know how it all got started. I don't know what they're doing with their lives. But me, I'm still on the road, heading for another joint. We always did feel the same. We just saw it from a different point of view. Tangled up in blue.
The harmonica once again as well. Okay, and yeah, that was that was quite a complex song. I'm not even gonna lie. Like no chorus, no, just straight verses. Holy. Yeah, and a lot happens in this song. I'm not gonna lie, towards the end, I kind of was like, huh? Wait, what? Who was dealing with slaves? What? Huh? Like it just got to a point where it was like a little overwhelming, like just how much was happening. And the fact that it's all like very poetic, you know? It's like you could easily like think it's about one thing and it's about something entirely different, like a specific verse or whatever. Um, but yeah, this was amazing, man. I really enjoyed this track. Like I said, I mean, well, I don't know if I said it, but the storytelling aspect of this song was incredible. Um, like they killed a man or the man that she was soon to be divorced from, and that, or I mean, I'm assuming that's what happened. I mean, he made it seem like that's what happened, and just like glanced over it like it was nothing. Like then time passed. They kind of moved on with their lives. He was working uh, in like a axe something steel axe. No, okay, no. Um, had a job in the Great North Woods, New Hampshire. Okay. And then he ended up moving or going down to New Orleans because he got the axe, got fired, or quit, probably fired actually. Um, Ended up in New Orleans working on a fishing boat. Ended up seeing her as well in a bar working, quote unquote. Um, and then like he almost made it seem like she didn't recognize who he was. By this verse in verse 5, I thought you never say hello. She said, you look like the silent type. And she opened up a book of, oh yeah, I could probably pull this up so y'all can see too. Then she opened up a book of poems, handed it to me, written by an Italian poet from the 13th century. She was perhaps his Beatrice, a woman who never left his mind. See, like stuff like this, like how would people, like I'm so curious, like when did this come out? Like in 66 or something? Okay, no, 75. But like how would people in 1975 hearing this for the first time, like understand like the depths of like songs like these? Like that is like crazy to me. Like there's no way people in 1975 were listening to this and just like, Oh, that's what he mean. Like, I feel like that'd be impossible. Like, there's just so many layers to this song, to a lot of like older songs. Um, from me to you, tangled up in blue. Also, what did the tangled up in blue thing mean? I thought that was like gonna end up like coming back later on in the song, but I guess it's meant to tangled up in blue. Maybe it's meant to like represent like them, like their love for each other being tangled up in like blue, like blue representing any emotion. Like, what does blue represent? Like depression or sadness or something like that? Maybe it's supposed to represent that, the two of them, like, you know, entangled in sadness or something. I don't know. They have like an everlasting, universal love for each other that's just wrapped in sadness. I don't know. I lived with them on Montague Street. In a basement down the stairs, there was music in the cafes at night and revolution in the air. Then he started dealing. Like, who was this? I don't even know what was happening here. Uh, Song's key to the verse. Hmm. Okay, interesting. Okay, but who is them? It says I lived with them on Montague Street. Maybe like the woman and I don't know. Like, he had to sell everything she owned. Okay, yeah, this is too much. This is too much. I got to go back and re-listen to this one. This is, yeah, this is a lot. There's a lot happening in this song. Probably one of the most intricate songs I've heard from Bob Dylan for sure. Like, this is a lot happening. But I loved it. I thought it was great. Like I just really love a good song that has like a very thought out, well thought out story and layers and depth. Like there's nothing in the world I feel like that compares to like a good, you know, storytelling song, despite or with the exception of like a good jazz song. Cause yeah, but yeah, that was Tangled Up in Blue by Bob Dylan. If you guys enjoyed that one, make sure you smack the like button, subscribe if you're new. That being said, much love, stay safe, switch that out, and peace out.